So if you're struggling to find time to do content creation, and especially if you're doing a full-time, or if you have a full-time job and same time you're creating content, how do you balance them? I work in the healthcare sector. I am a nurse. I do 8 to 5 job, or I do actually shifts job, 3 shifts. So sometimes I do nights, I do days. It's quite difficult to find a balance to create content at the same time if you're working full time. So I will share some of the strategies that I use that have enabled me to stay consistent whenever possible, so that I'm able to continue creating my content without feeling like stressing myself too much. So one of the things that you can do is to batch your content. When you have time, as much content as possible. So what I do is I have a running idea pad. I use my Samsung Notes, or you can use a notebook like this. And when you come across an idea or a topic of a video that you want to create, you write it down. And these can be on the go. If you're on your break times, or you're doing something and something comes up into your mind and you want to do a video about it, so you write the topic down, and then you create time to script as many 2 to 3 videos, or up to 5, or depending on how much time that you have. You do the script for at least 5 of the ideas or the topics that you've come up with, and then when you have time now to do the recording, create or record at least 2 to 3 videos in one sitting. So you don't have to change the gear, change the clothes, change the setup. If they all fit in one setup, or you're creating them outdoors or indoors, if the setup is the same, create 2 to 3 videos in one sitting. So that way you will save time, because before you start recording, doing the settings and everything, it takes a lot of time. So it's better when you do the recording, you do them all at once. Separate time to do the editing, because the editing takes so much time and so much I would say willpower and concentration. But once you're in that mode of editing, the mind it kind of flows better than if you have to start all the time. So when you do the editing, do edit all the videos that you've recorded, and then you put them or you schedule them already in YouTube or in your software that you're using. So you have them almost ready from the tool that you're using to edit. And the ones that you feel are ready, then you can upload to your YouTube as either unlisted or scheduled, because there are other things that you need to do once you upload. So you don't upload immediately as public, because you need to add the description, you need to add the tags, you need to add the end screen, things like that. So it's better to put it either as scheduled or unlisted, so you can do the final touches when you have if you have very short time, because that is not taking a lot of time. But the most part that takes the effort is the editing and the recording. So create specifically for those parts. And then you can use content templates. Create templates. For example, if you're doing vlogs, create a template for all the vlogs that you will be doing. So how is it going to flow? What is your start, the intro, the content, and the outro? So create a flow template that works for you. If you're doing tutorials, are you going to be doing as a presentation, or how are you going to do it so that it flows in a similar way? And use repeatable outlines. Develop your own. Experiment. See what works, what does not work, then change it, improve on it, and create something that is more simple to use. Another thing is repurpose your content. If you're into multiple platforms, for example, you're in YouTube, you have TikTok, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you can repurpose the same content, the long form video, to be used as in TikTok. You can use it for your Instagram reels, you can use it for your Facebook reels, you can use it as posts, etc. So you don't have to recreate. So you're not creating content separate in Facebook, and then you have to do another one for YouTube, and then you have to do another one. So you can repurpose your content into for different purposes. And if you're using some softwares like CapCut, the one I'm using, you can cut or re-edit long form videos into shorts. Also, if you're doing shorts for TikTok, then it cuts into small or converts the horizontal videos into the vertical, and then you can reuse them for the shorts, for TikTok, and for your Instagram or Facebook Reels. And your script from your description for your posts. And if you're into newsletters, which I'm not, maybe I have to try, then you can reuse the description in your newsletter. And if you're doing podcasts, you can reuse the same content into your podcast. So you don't have to create, say if you're into 7 platforms, then you have to recreate like 7 times. You do once and you use it across all the platforms. And AI tools, that is the future. If you're not already using AI tools to help you ease your production process, then you're missing out. Like ChatGPT, you can use that to get your script and your video outline, so you don't have to recreate it yourself. Make use of the AI tools. It will save you a lot of time. And you can use things like vidIQ for your CEO or creating your title, so that you get your predictable. They can predict like what is the performance of the title of your video. And you can use Canva for your thumbnails. It takes a very short time to do that. I think I've done a video on that, how to create the thumbnails in using Canva. So make use of those tools so that you. And for the editing, and I had mentioned that editing is the one that takes a lot of effort, especially mentally and psychologically. Then you can use templates for your editing. And I have seen some people have like intro which is already pre-made. They have an outro which is already pre-made, or the call to action, the last part of the video, which is already made. So for every video, they just upload the intro, and then they do the actual video, and they add the outro. And if the intro is already performing, because the first 5 seconds of every video, those are the most important. That's what keeps the viewers watching the whole video. So I've created an intro. Of course, I'm still polishing on it, but that's what can make like your videos to perform, and it saves you time, so you don't have to restart over and over again. So lastly, and very important, is to have a weekly workflow or a monthly workflow, depending on how your job is. So if you're working shift work like me, then of course you don't have like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday can be a weekend for you. But like how you set your workflows. First of all, the idea pad should be like growing continuously. Every day, come up with at least 2 to 3 video topics and write them there. You may not create on all those topics, but at least having the topics there will help you when you're starting to do the script, that which topic should I do today, which topic do I do a script. So you have at least of so many ideas and topics that you like to create. So that is continuous, it's running. And then have your scripts running. When you write the scripts, when you're done writing the 2 or 3, when you find time, then you write more, so that every time you have some script that is waiting to be recorded, like that. And then when it's time to record, you record all of them. Then you do the editing, and the day for uploading and making the thumbnails, the descriptions, and adding the tags and things like that. And remember to engage with your viewers, because it's going to help or send signal to the algorithm that your content is performing well and attracting more people to watch or into your channel, and attracting more people into YouTube. And that's the ultimate goal. So try these ideas, and I hope it helps you, especially if you're busy and you don't have time to create a content. So you don't have to waste time. Just try that workflow and see how it works. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and leave us a comment on what kind of techniques you're using to create your content, even if you're busy. Thank you.